Yeah, so I just finished watching Hassan Campbell's latest Babel, and I just have to say Hassan Campbell has no idea of how Keefe D's immunity works. I mean, it's worse that Keefe D didn't know how his immunity worked, but now we have the infamous content creator Hassan Campbell doesn't know how Keefe D's immunity works. Hassan. Keefe D's immunity only granted him immunity from a particular instance. It didn't cover Vegas. It only covered his crime in California. It didn't cover Vegas. Once again, it only covered a particular area. It didn't cover all areas. So yeah, he may have had immunity to a point, but not to a full extent. And it just amazes me that we have all these content creators and we live in an era where people can just easily type up information on whatever search engine you use and it could appear within an instant and no one does that. I don't understand this. And these days I barely watch Hassan Campbell because what all he does is hit him with the headshot or talk about this guy or that guy or having random beefs with different people. Hassan needs to learn how to do his homework. That's all I gotta say about that, man. I mean, you could easily get that information and read up on it for yourself before you even hit record on whatever camera or software you use to do your videos. So, and that is all I have to say about that. So, audience, tell me what you think. Let me know in the comment box. This is Iron Wheel Media.
Can you tell me the differences in a proffer agreement, immunity, and queen for a day?
Sure. Well, queen for a day and a proffer are essentially the same thing. Queen for a day is just kind of like off the cuff slang for a proffer agreement. A proffer agreement is not immunity. People get this confused. There's no immunity in a proffer agreement. All a proffer agreement is that information that you provide that is self-incriminating cannot be used against you. It's like, it's a constitutional right against self-incrimination. So we offer this certain times, during law enforcement investigations. We'll say, listen, if you'll sit down and answer our questions and be honest about responding to our questions, we won't use your information against you. We'll use your information to prosecute other people. And if other people provide information that we can use against you, we most certainly will. We just won't use your own self-incriminating statements against you. That's a proffer agreement. And that gives people the liberty to go and talk about their criminal behavior without the fear of turning around and having that used against them. Because then they wouldn't cooperate with law enforcement under most circumstances. What do they have to gain? Well, in Keefe D's situation, he had a lot to gain because he was looking at trying to mitigate these drug charges that we'd built against him. So him and his attorney and the U.S. attorney all agreed to do this proffer agreement. And immunity is completely different. Immunity is where you cannot prosecute somebody. You've given somebody an agreement and you can't prosecute them regardless of what evidence you build against them. Immunity is different. Immunity means you can't prosecute them. A proffer session means we can't use your statements, but we can still prosecute you if we get other information that is of such quality that we can, file charges.